Are you absolutely certain you've uncovered every secret gem Netflix has to offer? While the platform's mega hits get all the hype, there's a shadowy undercurrent of lesser-known titles that demand closer inspection. Some come wrapped in controversies. Others spark heated debates about authenticity or creative direction. And behind nearly every show, there's an untold story brimming with rumors, mysteries, and jaw-dropping twists. Think you're ready to dive in? Because once you see what's lurking below the mainstream surface, you may never look at your usual watch list the same way again. These are the under-the-radar Netflix shows that might just leave you questioning how you missed them in the first place. From dark comedies tinged with dangerous secrets to epic fantasies plagued by behind-the-scenes drama, each of these series carries its own unique brand of intrigue. You might find yourself chuckling at criminal mischief one minute and gasping at shocking revelations the next. So settle in. The ride's just getting started, and the wildest turns are still ahead. They say meditation can solve almost any anger issue, but what if that inner peace is shattered by a ruthless mafia boss who won't take no for an answer? That's the basic premise of Murder Mindfully, a 2024 dark comedic thriller that fuses lethal crime with the idea of spiritual calm in the weirdest ways possible. Viewers who stumbled upon this show often describe it as a strange blend of criminal tension and self-help therapy. A bizarre cocktail, but one that proves surprisingly addictive. In the heart of this twisted narrative is Bjorn Dahl, a defense e-boss lawyer on the payroll of a notorious gangster named Dran Zero. Tethered to a life of constant danger, Bjorn's anger issues begin to tear apart his family bonds. He's desperate to salvage what's left of his marriage to Kathina and be a stable father for Emily, his daughter caught in the crossfire of dad's double life. On paper, a mindfulness class seems like the perfect remedy for a stressed-out lawyer, but in reality, it leads him straight into the realm of questionable, Zen-inspired criminal solutions. Shockingly enough, rumors circulated that the show's production team consulted actual psychologists to ensure the mindfulness sequences felt authentic, especially when Bjorn starts using his newfound serenity in questionable ways. One unverified claim even suggests that the lead actor, Tom Schilling, consulted with a real-life former criminal lawyer to hone his portrayal, yet that lawyer allegedly refused to be credited, citing concerns about glamorizing certain plot twists. Those controversies feed directly into the series' hype. Viewers can't resist a show that merges guided meditations with gangland violence. The comedic angle keeps it from spiraling into darkness, but there's a razor-thin line between satire and genuine horror when you're dealing with a mafia clique. Some watchers were outraged by how flippantly the story handles life-and-death scenarios, especially in comedic scenes. Others lauded the show for highlighting that even the most innocent coping technique can become twisted when survival is on the line. Word on the street is that a second season is already in the works, and it's rumored to dial up both the comedic absurdity and the moral ambiguity. Speculation abounds that Dran Zero's backstory might be explored in depth, possibly unveiling how he ended up balancing fear tactics with an uncanny interest in yoga. Another rumor claims the show might tackle real-case parallels involving lawyers turned vigilantes, but Netflix and the production team remain tight-lipped. For anyone seeking a break from standard crime thrillers, Murder Mindfully is an offbeat, delightfully twisted ride. It proves that while chanting Om might bring some calm, it also might bring a whole heap of trouble when your day job involves bailing out mafia henchmen. But if you think this edgy juxtaposition of serenity and sin is Netflix's biggest gamble, you'd be wrong. In the realm of big-budget fantasy, The Witcher hardly needs an introduction. Fans know it for its monster-slaying, sword-clashing, and swirling political drama, but few outside hardcore fandom circles realize just how turbulent the series has been behind closed doors. You might have heard about the controversial departure of Henry Cavill, Geralt of Rivia himself, but that was only one piece of the puzzle that left watchers reeling with questions. Let's address the heavily whispered rumor first. Apparently, accusations surfaced that there were creative differences between Cavill and key showrunners. Some say Cavill clashed with the writers over major plot changes from the beloved book series. Others suspect the friction was over scheduling or personality conflicts. Netflix tried to keep it hush-hush, but once Cavill confirmed he was stepping down, the internet practically imploded with speculation. Was he stepping away to prioritize another major franchise, or was he just fed up with narrative deviations? Then there's the debate over how faithfully the show sticks to its source material. Purists claim the adaptation strays from the original lore, while more casual viewers applaud the reimagined approach. All that tension created a perfect storm that overshadowed some seriously noteworthy aspects, like the show's top-tier fight choreography and mesmerizing creature designs. Meanwhile, the production insisted everything was running smoothly, though the mere existence of multiple rewrites suggests otherwise. Recent chatter indicates the new lead is stepping into some big monster-slaying boots. Fans are torn between giving him a chance and outright refusing to watch. Adding further mystique is the rumor that Netflix might pivot the storyline to focus more on Ciri and other side characters, possibly downplaying Geralt's role in future installments. If true, that's a bold twist that could either revive the series or erode its core dynamic. Yet behind the drama and swirling rumors, The Witcher remains a visually captivating saga that fuses gritty medieval settings with complex moral questions. Whether you're there for epic fight scenes or the labyrinth of politics, the show consistently delivers. Its future, however, is a giant question mark. The departure of its most iconic star might be the start of a new chapter, or the sign of a slow unraveling. You might think a battered fantasy epic has the biggest behind-the-scenes story, but trust me, there's more waiting to be exposed. Picture a gritty street scene. Neon lights reflect off rain-slick pavement, heartbeats pound through the ring, and two determined fighters realize they've stumbled into a gangster's lair. That's Bloodhounds, a 2023 action thriller drama that adds an unsettling twist to the usual boxing narrative. Kim Jong-woo and Hong Woo-jin, two up-and-coming fighters, get sucked into the violent world of Kim Myung-gil, an unscrupulous loan shark with an appetite for chaos. Word on social media is that controversies erupted over the show's depiction of loan shark brutality, as many saw it as uncomfortably realistic. Certain fans speculated that real underground boxers and martial artists were consulted to add authenticity to the fight scenes, an unconfirmed claim, but one that has stoked the flames of interest. Others criticize the show for glorifying vigilante justice, though supporters argue it shines a light on the exploitative nature of illegal lending. Cinematically, Bloodhounds excels at capturing the raw intensity of physical and emotional battles. The camera doesn't shy away from broken noses or battered fists, giving each fight a primal urgency. But what truly sets it apart is its moral core. These young fighters don't just brawl to entertain an audience. They're battling for real lives and real deaths. One recurring question in fan circles: could the extreme violence overshadow the message about protecting vulnerable folks from predatory lenders? Adding to the swirl of speculation is talk of a possible season 2. While the first season wrapped up the main conflict, rumors suggest a new wave of criminals might appear, or the narrative might pivot to a global stage of underground boxing circuits. Casting leaks? None so far. Production hints? Eerily silent. Fans are left in a perpetual state of will they or won't they? However, the show's success has already influenced Korean crime dramas, especially in terms of pushing boundaries. Insiders whisper about spin-offs focusing on secondary characters who never fully got their time to shine. That sort of expansion, if it happens, could either deepen the universe or dilute it. For now, Bloodhounds stands as a testament to the heights and depths Netflix can reach when it gambles on an unfiltered, high-stakes storyline. But if hyper-realistic fight scenes aren't enough to raise eyebrows, wait until you see the existential loops of our next show. Ever had one of those days where no matter what you do, it all ends badly, and then you wake up to do it all again? That's the central nightmare and comedic spark of Russian Doll. Nadia Volvikov is the snarky, street-smart New Yorker, trapped in an endless cycle of dying on her birthday, only to re-emerge in the same bathroom like nothing happened. At least, until she notices the bizarre pattern repeating over and over and over. But behind the show's wickedly entertaining premise lurk a few controversies. Rumors spread that show creators clashed over how surreal to make the second season. Some insisted on going further down the rabbit hole of cosmic paradoxes and timeline havoc. Others wanted to maintain the comedic core that made the first season so binge-worthy. The result? A second season that either delighted or baffled fans. Some praised it as a bold expansion of the concept. Others slammed it as overly complicated, claiming the narrative left them feeling lost rather than intrigued. Then there's the star herself, Natasha Lyonne. Speculations arose that Lyonne's personal fascination with metaphysics bled into the script, especially in how the story grapples with existential dread. While that might be partially true, Lyonne has been candid about her philosophical bent. Some fans suspect there are hidden references to real-life scientific theories about parallel universes. When asked, the show's writers remain coy, fueling even more conspiracy-level discussions on internet forums. Viewers also can't help but notice how Russian Doll expertly balances pitch-black comedy with genuine heartbreak. Every reset leads Nadia and her time loop counterpart Alan to confront personal demons they'd rather bury. The show challenges watchers to think, if forced to relive the same scenario repeatedly, would you learn to fix your past traumas or sink further under their weight? There's whispered talk of a third season that might break the loop entirely, or launch a new cycle with different characters. As of now, Netflix has neither confirmed nor denied, but fans remain hopeful, especially since the bizarre premise still has endless avenues to explore, from unraveling cosmic mysteries to teasing out deeper psychological truths. Whether you found Season 2 enthralling or exhausting, Russian Doll stands as a testament to how comedic existential crises can still pack a massive emotional punch. But if you want something that blends sci-fi with even more cerebral complexity, keep watching. Animated series on Netflix can range from family-friendly to outright bone-chilling, and Pantheon falls into the latter camp. This 2022 sci-fi drama is built on the mind-bending concept of uploading human consciousness into digital realms, effectively granting a twisted form of immortality. The show is adapted from Ken Liu's short stories, so you know it's laced with thought-provoking brilliance and a dash of heartbreak. But not everyone is on board with the idea of adult animation. Accusations surfaced that the show tried to juggle too many philosophical angles, leaving casual viewers adrift in jargon-heavy exposition. Meanwhile, a devoted fandom praises the series for its ambition, praising how it delves into the ethics of super-intelligent AIs that used to be flesh-and-blood people. The darker aspect? These digital minds sometimes harbor resentments from their human lives, spawning everything from emotional blackmail to cyber warfare. Adding to the drama are unverified whispers about production struggles. Some claim the show's animation budget was cut mid-season, forcing creators to rework story arcs. Others note that the voice actors apparently had to do some last-minute line re-recordings due to script changes. No one officially confirms these rumors, but the subtle shifts in certain episodes have eagle-eyed fans convinced something big changed behind the scenes. Despite these hiccups, Pantheon soared with its bold visuals, blending neon-lit cyber motifs with the eerie emptiness of digital limbo. Each uploaded consciousness experiences its new reality differently, creating mesmerizing sequences that drift between haunting illusions and glitchy cosmic landscapes. Fans especially praise how relationships morph when no one has a physical body anymore. Parental love, revenge, and corporate greed all get warped in the realm of digitized souls. But here's the real kicker. Rumor says Netflix might be hesitant to fully commit to future seasons, citing the show's niche appeal. Its intense cerebral quality could be both its crowning achievement and biggest obstacle to mass popularity. Despite that, Pantheon remains an extraordinary gem for viewers who love puzzling concepts and emotional storytelling rolled into one. Think digital immortality is intense? We're about to shift gears into raw historical grit, though even that might be more shocking than you'd expect. Medieval drama fans often flock to Vikings, but there's a parallel saga that some say is equally gripping, if not better. Enter The Last Kingdom, a sweeping historical epic that follows Uhtred of Bebbanburg, a Saxon noble raised by Viking Danes. His struggle is as much internal as external. Does he align with his Saxon birthright or the Viking culture that molded him? The result is a mind-twisting identity clash set against the brutal backdrops of 9th and 10th century England. While the series boasts a fervent fan base, controversies revolve around historical inaccuracies. Hardcore historians point out that certain events and timelines have been rearranged or dramatized for maximum effect. But come on, if you're looking for a 100% faithful representation of Dark Age warfare, you might need to consult a documentary rather than a Netflix drama. More pressing is the rumor that some cast members allegedly underwent punishing physical regimens to replicate the savage intensity of shield wall battles. Though not outright confirmed, a few behind-the-scenes photos of bruised actors and grueling training days have trickled into social media, adding fuel to the speculation. Then there's King Alfred the Great, a central figure who aims to unite the fractured land into a single England. The show's portrayal of Alfred is well received by many, but a handful of critics claim he was far more ruthless historically. Others admire how the show underscores Alfred's cunning, while also addressing his faith-driven approach to rulership. The tension between real history and narrative flair is part of the show's charm, though it ignites endless debates online. Spanning 5 seasons and culminating in a feature-length film, The Last Kingdom is widely praised for its robust storytelling, though fans still pine for more. There's talk of possible spin-offs focusing on other Saxon or Danish characters, but as of now, it's all hush-hush. Many remain hopeful the creators will continue exploring the turbulent era from fresh angles, possibly giving minor players the spotlight. Regardless of how historically exact it might be, the show never ceases to deliver adrenaline-fueled battles and a surprising emotional core. Uhtred's quest to reclaim Bebbanburg is more than a personal vendetta. It's a mirror for anyone who's ever felt torn between two identities. If you're new to medieval epics, The Last Kingdom might be the perfect gateway. Just brace yourself for the fervent debate on what's fact and what's Netflix fiction. But if you need a more modern jolt of fear, let's head to Copenhagen, where gruesome secrets lurk behind innocent trinkets. In a quaint suburban setting outside Copenhagen, a chilling calling card appears at the scene of a grisly murder. A small doll fashioned from chestnuts. Sounds whimsical at first, until you realize it's linked to a spree of violent deaths. That's the haunting premise of The Chestnut Man, a 2021 crime mystery that rips the veil off a community's facade of peaceful normality. For detective duo Mark Hess and Nia Thulin, each new crime scene plunges them deeper into a puzzle that grows more disturbing with every chestnut figure discovered. The show's slow burn approach might frustrate some viewers, but others revel in the creeping dread. Controversy brewed around the show's portrayal of particularly gory details, with critics arguing it veers into exploitative territory. However, fans counter that it's a faithful adaptation of the novel's unflinching style, capturing the essence of Nordic noir. Then there's a rumor, unconfirmed but persistent, that the original author based certain elements on actual unsolved crimes. Danish media outlets have never officially corroborated this, yet the rumor persists, fueling countless Reddit threads. Some claim a few real-world investigators bristled at the suggestion, wanting to distance actual tragedies from fictional drama. The show's producers remain silent, allowing the speculation to churn and enhance its macabre mystique. Performance-wise, The Chestnut Man thrives on tension. The deeper detectives Hess and Thulin dive, the more it feels like the entire city is complicit. Suspects turn up in unexpected places, alliances form and dissolve, and the chestnut dolls themselves become eerie tokens of madness. This is the essence of a well-crafted thriller. It draws you in with a seemingly quaint detail, like a child's craft, and flips it into a symbol of lurking evil. While no official second season has been confirmed, there's talk of either a spin-off or a brand new storyline if Netflix decides to expand the franchise. Could a new spree of chestnut murders pop up in another European city? Possibly. Fans would surely eat it up, especially given the show's keen sense of atmosphere. For now, it remains a tight, self-contained 6-episode run that's perfect for a tense weekend binge. Just don't be surprised if you start eyeing every tiny woodland trinket with newfound suspicion. If you've ever craved a show that threads sci-fi, family drama, and apocalyptic dread into one deep, unsettling knot, you'll find it in Dark. This German series made waves for its intricate, time-twisting storyline and a massive intergenerational cast that can be downright confounding. In the sleepy town of Winden, kids vanish without a trace. Families harbor secrets spanning decades, and underground caves conceal doorways to eras best left undisturbed. Controversies soon followed as viewers either loved or loathed the show's unapologetically complex plot. While fans lauded Dark for its tight storytelling and clever foreshadowing, others argued it was too convoluted, claiming they needed a literal map to keep tabs on the overlapping timelines. Adding to the speculation, rumor has it that even some of the show's own cast struggled initially to follow the script in table reads, though no one officially confirms that. The resulting conversation around Dark focused not only on mind-bending paradoxes, but also on the show's refusal to dumb down its narrative for the audience. Behind the scenes, some alleged production challenges included how to visually differentiate each timeline. The creative team reportedly spent ages perfecting the color palette and set design to ensure you knew which decade you were in, or at least had a fighting chance to figure it out. Fans on Reddit have spun elaborate theories about hidden Easter eggs that might connect Dark to other Netflix originals, though creators Baranbo Odar and Janche Friese remain coy. The only thing that's crystal clear is how meticulously they planned out the show's 3-season arc from the start, something many series attempt, yet few achieve as tightly. As if that wasn't enough, whispers persist about a potential spin-off or an extended universe exploring the deeper lore of time loops and alternate realities. Whether Dark has truly closed the loop or left a crack for more stories, only time will tell. But what's undeniable is the show's lasting, Impact as a multi-layered puzzle box thriller that rewards, and sometimes baffles, the dedicated viewer. Just be prepared to lose track of who's related to whom, especially when entire genealogies twist through past, present, and future. If you've got the patience for it, Dark will burrow into your psyche and refuse to let go, leaving you questioning the boundaries of fate, free will, and the smallest choices that set colossal events in motion. And there you have it. 7 Netflix titles that might have slipped under your radar, each packing its own brand of intrigue, controversy, and compelling drama. From Murder Mindfully, where meditation meets mafia madness, to the swirling controversies of The Witcher, we've uncovered a tapestry of tales rife with rumors and real-world parallels. Some, like Bloodhounds, reveal a brutal underbelly of crime. Others, such as Russian Doll, toy with life's existential loops. Meanwhile, Pantheon pushes the envelope on sci-fi storytelling, exploring the digital afterlife in a way that leaves you reeling. For medieval aficionados, The Last Kingdom offers battlefield grit and identity crises, while The Chestnut Man proves that even small tokens can harbor unimaginable horror. More than just hidden gems, these shows serve as examples of how Netflix's expansive library can hide some truly audacious concepts behind modest promotional campaigns. They beckon you to step away from your usual watch list comfort zone and venture into worlds where controversies brew, boundaries are pushed, and creative visions clash. Whether you're a fan of dark comedy, twisted mysteries, or historical clashes, there's something in this list to feed your curiosity and perhaps leave you with more questions than answers. So, are you ready to expand your streaming horizons? The next time you find yourself scrolling through the same old recommendations, pause. Think about these lesser celebrated series and the labyrinth of rumors, behind-the-scenes disputes, and surprising revelations that make them such fascinating deep dives. Because sometimes the shows that lurk in the shadows hold the most unforgettable stories, and once you dive in, you'll wonder how you ever missed them in the first place. Remember, it's often the overlooked corners of Netflix that house the boldest experiments and the most shocking twists. And once you fall down the rabbit hole of controversies and theories, it's hard to climb back out. But hey, that's the joy of discovering something fresh. With so much swirling beneath the surface, each of these shows proves that mainstream hits aren't the only ones worth your attention. So don't be afraid to press play on the unknown. You never know what mesmerizing, bizarre, or downright electrifying narrative might be waiting to hook you and never let go.